What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Minutes with the Mix podcast. I'm your host, Jay, and if you're a returning subscriber, what's up? Welcome back, you guys. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the Mixy family. It gets real spicy over here. You're gonna love it here. More of the story. I know I am super duper late, like 2 weeks late. It is January 17th. However, I've had a lot of changes going on in my life, and I just needed time to wrap my head around things and really lock in and get my mind right before I came back to the pod. I'm back and I'm ready to be consistent. Moral of the story. I am now in Houston. I just moved. I want to say I've been here for about a week now. And so far, literally as soon as I came here, I was working. That is really what I came to Houston to do. I came here to get to the bag and get around more people that have that creative mindset like I do. And I feel like back in New York, there were people that had that creative mindset. However, the field that I'm in, as far as videography, photography, and graphic design, there weren't many like-minded people or people that did the same thing as me. And I also feel like when it comes to New York, nobody really wants to help one another. And that's just my personal opinion. Everybody wants to be the best, secret competition between people. And it don't need to be like that. We can all work together. We can all grow together. There's enough money for everybody to make some bread. But in New York, it's super duper competitive. So I wanted to be in more of a supportive, collaborative space. And I felt like Houston was one of those places where I knew just enough people to have in my circle to keep around me, to motivate me, to push me, and I could do the same for them. So with my move to Houston, I've been here a few times before. This is not my first rodeo. So that was also another good thing because it didn't feel like I was jumping ship and I had no life jacket. I definitely made sure that I had things in place where if the move didn't work out for me, I could always go back home. I had to make sure that things were in order financially and all those different kinds of things before I just made that leap. And like I said, as soon as I got here, I was working. The money was coming through. So that was super exciting for me. When I moved to Houston, I could definitely reinvent myself. And when I say reinvent, I don't mean change who I was or try to become somebody new or put on a facade or change my persona. It really, for me, reinventing was in the sense of growth. I wanted to expand. I wanted to grow my brand, my business, my name, and elevate. I didn't want to be in the same place that I was in 2024, 2023, and 2022. And I felt like in New York, I was super stagnant and complacent and content with what I was doing out there because that's where I'm from, that's where I'm comfortable. I felt it was very important for me to get uncomfortable in order for me to exceed and grow. The reason why I go by New Year's Same Me is because I'm building off my existing strengths and my existing skills. Sometimes for creatives, we go through this thing where it's we are good at many different things, but we don't know what we're necessarily passionate about. And that can be a little discouraging because it's just okay, if I put efforts into this and it doesn't work out within the first year that I'm doing it, you kind of get a little discouraged. I have gone through that process of having this burst of motivation at the start of the year, and then as the year goes on, my motivation just declines. Now what I'm doing is I'm focusing on my skill set. What am I really good at that I like to do? I mean, I love to do it, but what am I good at that I like to do? Get a real feel for things, and based off that, then make adjustments and make changes to going into what I really love to do. And who knows, it could be something that you never thought you really wanted to do, but by testing things out, by giving things a real shot, by giving things 100% of your time, you will really be able to hone in and focus and be okay, I don't like this. Okay, I do like this. I love this. I don't love this. And you have to go through that process of trial and error a little bit. Nothing's going to be perfect. I know that on social media, we think that everything is super perfect. These influencers and celebrities, they're millionaires and they're driving in Maybachs and Bentleys and all that kind of stuff. But that's just on the internet. That's not their real life as far as we know. We only know what they show us. But is that really what you got going on? Is your life really that popping? Or is that just how you displayed it for people to see? So you can't allow what you see on social media to discourage you. For anybody out there who's listening, get uncomfortable. There's nothing wrong with like making a change. And it doesn't have to mean moving. It could literally just be creating a new routine for yourself or surrounding yourself around a different group of people. It can be small changes. It doesn't have to be drastic. New Year, same me can definitely mean progress. A lot of people say new year, new me, but I don't feel like you should have to do a 360 change. If anything, there should be small changes and adjustments that you make to put out a better version of yourself, not become somebody new. We are who we are till the day we die. So the best thing that we can do is become a better version of ourselves. That is what I came to Houston to do, and to collaborate with people who are in the same fields as me. The best way to handle things in the new year to see change and see growth and actually see results from these adjustments that you're making is to have New Year resolutions. The purpose of setting resolutions is so that you have a goal in mind and you have set mini goals to achieve that greater goal. It's creating a path to success for yourself. For me, I felt that was networking with new people outside of my like typical day-to-day circle, putting myself out there overall, so pushing marketing for my brands, connecting with new people that may give me another outlook on what I do or can teach me a thing or two, or I can teach them a thing or two. Now, when you're setting your New Year's resolutions, you have to be realistic. You can't be like, okay, last year I made $90,000. In the new year, I'm going to make $1 million. Now, don't get me wrong. You can manifest that and you can aim for that goal, but for me, that's a little unrealistic. So the way I'm thinking about it is like, okay, last year I made 90,000. So this year my goal is to make 150,000 to 200,000, and then the following year I'm gonna make 400,000, and then the following year I'm gonna make 600,000. Like, I'm going up by 200K every year, but I'm building up to that $1 million goal, you know? And for me, if I'm gonna be a millionaire, I want $1 million sitting in the bank, not $1 million and then I spend $1 and I'm not a millionaire no more. That's not how I want to do it. Here's a pro tip that I have for you guys. Start setting SMART goals. And what I mean by SMART goals is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. One of the ways that I keep myself motivated is by rewarding myself. Let's say by the end of January, I'm gonna reach 10,000 followers on Instagram, and this is how I'm gonna go about doing it. So once I go through my steps of getting to that 10,000 follower count on Instagram, I'm gonna reward myself. Maybe I'll buy myself something nice, maybe take myself on a date. It could be anything. Rewarding yourself will definitely keep you motivated and keep you going because you have something to look forward to. Another component of elevating in life is aligning yourself with the right kinds of people. Now, the way I look at it, I'm gonna align myself with people that are just as motivated and driven as I am. They're also gonna be people who are go-getters, who are hustlers, who love to make a bag, who love to get to the money. That's the kind of people I wanna be around. I don't wanna be around lazy people, people who don't wanna do nothing, people who don't wanna work, people who don't set goals, people who don't push their peers to do better. Because I feel like at that point, you're baggage. You're not doing nothing for me. I'm trying to help you. You don't want to be helped. That's not the type of people that I want to align myself with. If there's somebody that you feel like is in your circle that doesn't really align with you, communicate that. The way I go about doing those kinds of things is I'll let somebody know, like, hey, like, this is what I feel, this is what I noticed, this is how I feel like you can change, this is what I feel like I can help you with. And after you kind of go through the steps of like trying to assist somebody or trying to help somebody do better, and they continue to stay in those same stagnant spaces, or they show that they don't want to grow, you got to let those people go. Because when you hold on to people like that, that's only going to pull you back and hold you down. It's going to stop you from growing if you aren't around the right kind of people, or people that align with what you're trying to accomplish in life. You definitely want to shift your focus to relationships that inspire and support your growth. You definitely don't want to be around haters or people that always have something negative to say, or you trying to share your goals and dreams with them and they're like, you can't do that, or that's too hard. Like, negative Nancy's. Let them negative Nancy's go. I'm tired of the negative Nancy's, so I cut them off. Like, I'm not dealing with that kind of stuff no more. If you're not pushing me, or you're not genuinely supporting me, or I feel like you being a hater, you always got something negative to say, you got to go. I'm not dealing with that at all. And don't get me wrong, this is not an easy process. We always have those people that we're super close with and we have these great bonds and relationships with, but not all the time are those the right people that we need to be around. You can always love somebody from a distance. Just because somebody doesn't necessarily align with what you got going on, that doesn't necessarily mean you always have to cut them off, but you definitely need to keep them at a distance. Show love from a distance. Like, you don't need to be around those negative Nancy's all the time. We have friends for everything. We have our go out friends, we have our travel friends, we have our go out to eat friends, we have our clubbing friends, we have our self-care maintenance friends. There's a friend for everything. And you have to know where to place people in your life. The easiest way to level up in life is to take accountability for what you do and don't do. You can't blame what's going wrong in your life on outside factors. If somebody that you're around is succeeding but you're not succeeding, you need to pay attention to what they're doing, how they're going about things, instead of saying, oh, you don't help me with this, so that's why this is going this way. And you can't blame people. You have to be accountable. You have to have a form of self-awareness. Building new routines and setting goals will definitely push you in the right direction. Every morning now since I moved to Houston, I get up early, I make breakfast, I shower, brush my teeth, wash my face, all those kinds of things, take my vitamins. Then I head to the gym. Spend like 30 minutes to an hour in the gym. Then after the gym, I come back in, I shower, and I already from the night previously set my goals for the day, what I need to accomplish, and what will be the things that will help me get to the next level and whatever my major goal is. And then, you have your wind down time, your reflection time. Journaling is one of those things that I feel like has definitely helped me, because I'm able to reflect on my day and what did work out for me and what didn't work out for me, and what I want to try next, and see how I can go about things differently the next day. Because you definitely don't want to be stagnant, or you don't want to be consistent on a routine that evidently doesn't work for you. One of the things that I was taught as a child is there's no stupid questions. No question is dumb, no matter what you're asking. When I was taught that, I thought that was very key, because staying curious definitely will always push you to be better, and you can always learn something new. Learning new things, even if it doesn't necessarily benefit you financially, is important. There are certain collaborative relationships that I have with people where we do service for service. I'm getting something out of it, they're getting something out of it, I'm learning something, they're learning something. We're able to teach each other. It doesn't always have to be something that's monetary. Something else that I've been noticing as far as the social media thing is that we define our success by other people's achievements. I feel it's been discouraging for me by trying to compare myself to others. You are in your own lane. Your timing is different from somebody else's timing. So if somebody hit $1 million by 21, just because you didn't hit $1 million by 21 doesn't mean you're never going to be a millionaire. It just means that your timing is a little different than everybody else's. You have to remain focused, and you have to stay focused on you. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You'll never get anywhere by being a hater or by comparing yourself to somebody else's life, or even saying that you're better than other people because you have something that they don't. If anything, show them, teach them how to get to where you are. It may not be as fast, but at some point it could happen for you or them. This year, I definitely have my mind set on where I want to be by December, and I've already put in place my mini goals, my major goals of things that need to be done in order for me to be successful in the fields that I'm in, which is videography, photography, and graphic design. There's other things in play that I want to accomplish, but right now I'm leaning on my skill set, and I'm focusing on the things that can get me to a better space financially, mentally, and all of the above. I'm aligning myself with the people that I feel like can help me, and also people that I can benefit. It's a mutually beneficial relationship with the people that I'm aligning myself with. I hate a leech. I hate somebody that take, but they never give nothing, or they don't have anything to offer. And it doesn't have to be money-wise, but do you have a skill set that you can teach me? Do you have a routine that you feel will benefit me? It could be literally anything, but if I feel like I'm pouring into somebody and they're not pouring into me, then that's somebody that I don't want to be around. That's somebody that I need to remove from my life and my personal space, because at that point, what are you here for? I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to see what goals you guys have set, if you're willing to share. So be sure to comment below, share some of your goals, or you can fill out the form in the description box. It's a link down there. Definitely click that link. You can ask me questions. You can give me topics that you want me to talk about, or you can put your goals in there and we can speak on those and how we can attain those goals together. Another form of keeping yourself accountable, or another way to keep yourself accountable, create mood boards. Mood boards is a very good way to keep yourself accountable. You can stick it up on the wall, because I'm not gonna lie, I put things on my calendar, it's up on the wall, I write on it, and then there's times where I've forgotten that it's even there, or I walk right past it. So a mood board is something that you can put images on instead of just words, make it more interactive, and it's fun. Do it with your friends. Have a mood board party. I know we're 2 weeks into the new year, but you can do a little mood board party. It's never too late. You can always set new goals. You can make it a frequent thing that happens every 3 to 6 months, or however often you would like to do those kinds of things. But mood boards are definitely a cool way to keep yourself accountable and keep yourself focused and on track. If you are curious about anything in the field that you're choosing to be in, there's YouTube, there's Instagram. I know we only got TikTok for a short amount of time, but while it's still here, use it. Be curious. Look up everything that you can. Look at how other people do things and how you can do them, but in your own way. You have to stand out from the rest of the group. You have to be different. You have to stand out for some sort of reason, whatever that reason may be for you. Think outside the box. Don't need to reinvent the wheel. There's no need to reinvent the wheel, but how can you make the wheel better, or how can you make the wheel work for you and benefit you? I need everybody to stay motivated. In 2025, I need us to all make some bread, make some money, network, collaborate, do what you got to do to get to where you want to be in life. It's not going to be handed to you, and it's not going to fall out the fucking sky. So I need y'all to get on y'all job, get on y'all grind, get on y'all hustle, get to that shmoney, like Cardi B be saying, get to that shmoney, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and that's a wrap on episode 7 of Menace with the Mix podcast. Bye.